Like, why not
Is
be there?
this
If
thing
this
on?
thing on?
Check,
So,
check, check, mic check.
you know what, Brant, it's been weeks since we've actually had an opportunity to come together and be on the stream show. And as everybody can tell, we're doing the countdown now. We just came from hanging out in Instagram just for a minute. Tell everybody the stream show is about to start and see us on YouTube. And of course, for all of our people that's in the Ecamm Live community, how are you guys doing? Brad and I are counting down. Brant, how have you been, sir?
Oh, been good. It's we've had a few challenges here. I'm having some internet connections, so you can see that I might be dropping in and out, but I'm here.
Well, your audio
So,
sounds good.
well, I got the SM7B. I painted the the wall. I got new lights. I kind of took care of everything. I'm still not 100%, but trying to move towards something a little different. I gotta step up to where you're at.
Well, man, listen, you're doing way better than me, man.
Well, I ain't got I don't got a big screen
Mr.
TV behind me with my
Listen,
head on
Mr.
it.
Full-time content creator, tell me
Oh,
about
that is
your
true.
experience. Like, I have to check in with you. Brant and I talk all the time, guys. I said this before. We're like little gossipy girls during the week about what's
Right.
going on. Tell me about the process so the people could know how it's been with you as far as your new job, how it's coming along.
So if anybody wants to catch up back in a year ago during Vlogmas, I think it was Doc Rock that said, you have to commit that say you're a creator. So I changed my Instagram, not my Instagram, my LinkedIn handle to content creator is my job. And I was the marketing director for a small credit union at the time, and I didn't like that job. So I found a job at a local library, or it's our library system. It's a huge library system, actually, and they wanted a content creator. So I did the interview here on this set, so that helped, and got the job, and started in November, I think. So I've done Ecamm, helped me do videos with my boss, the director of the library. I did an 8-hour live stream, all with my own gear, just to prove a point, and everybody was so excited. I got a budget. I'm buying all the equipment I need. I've got a studio space set out.
That's
So
awesome.
if you follow me over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Brant Collins, I'm going to be vlogging a little bit of that because this is going to be a major deal. Like, this is, 3 cameras, studios, 3 or 4 sets. I'm trying to really maximize that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love the fact that since I've met you, the progression of, I remember day one, you saying, hey, this is what I really want to do. I remember
Right.
watching your videos and Vlogmas, and you will be walking along with your setup. I mean, you did the reviews on Vlogmas. You have so much experience in this area with your broadcast. I really love the fact that you're getting the opportunity to do this and do this well, because the sky's the limit with what you're doing in your current position, because this is where the industry is going. Everybody needs content.
Yep, everybody needs content. Now, I did have to take one step backwards, a little step back in pay, but it freed me up to do this, but also to have, I don't have any of my business cards with me, but it's officially, I'm a content creator. So that's not
That's
just,
what I'm
me
talking
on
about.
YouTube saying I'm a content creator.
It's the
So
real deal.
Yeah, it's the real deal. So we ain't playing. And, and I really attribute a lot to the stream show. The stream show is a calling card for us. I'm able to go check out the stream show. Right. And I was able to do an 8-hour telethon. I had guests, remote guests, videos, had all kinds of stuff. And my boss and a bunch of other people that work with me are like, how did you do that? How did you be able to switch and organize and do all this stuff? I'm like,
hey,
got
I'm
the stream
stealing that
show.
idea. I'm just letting you know. I
Oh,
am
man.
completely stealing that idea.
Do it. Do a telethon for your church. Do a telethon for, we should do a telethon for the stream show.
For the
We need to
stream
get
show.
to 1,000 likes,
Right.
or subscribers. So we
Subscribers.
should do a telethon. We're closing in on 15 seconds, so I just wanted to remind you.
Man, I appreciate you saying that, because I have an overlay right here in the way. So, JP High Tech, shouts out to you, Kevin Cox. Thank you, guys. We're about to do some amazing things on this show, and you get to be a part of it. Here we go. Hey, Brent, man, you make this look really easy, but this is not easy at all to get all this stuff to happen all at one time.
No, it is not. And, I would say you and me both have a lot of experience doing this from when we're in our past careers. So I was a technical director. I've done a lot of things, but I was a technical director for live TV. So I'm kind of used to doing this. And I think that's why I gravitate towards live. And I know you did. You're a DJ and you gravitate towards the live. So, we talk about it a lot. I know how to shoot. I know how to edit. I've edited short films. I've done all kinds of stuff, but I really don't like to edit. I'd rather go live.
I know we'd rather go live. And one of the things about going live, I just want people to know this. One of the issues that you have with going live is there's so many facets to it, pieces to it that could hinder you, and you have to be able to continue to go. So there's I don't know who it is. It says Facebook user. For some odd reason, Brant keeps freezing. Brant is actually having some internet issues at the house. So he's not getting all of the speed that he needs to be able to go forward, but it's enough for us to continue the show. So I would rather have Brant here. His audio sounds good. He is freezing every now and again. I'm letting you guys know, but if you are a new streamer, all right, so let's put it on the list. It's between Brant and I, is already on our list of things to do, but I know through Leap into Live Stream, there's a company. I want to call the right name, and somebody may be able to figure this out for me and put the name in the comments. Speedify, I think, is the name of it. We're going to have them on so they can talk through their app or their add-on to your internet that you could use, so that if you are streaming live and it does begin to fail where you are, you have a backup to be able to get the speeds that you want. So look for that. And if anybody knows the name of that company, if you can just put it in real quick, it's kind of right now, I can't remember the name. I'm thinking it's Speedify. We're going to use that. They were one of the sponsors of Leap in the Live Stream, and I remember watching their interview, and I think it'd be really, really good if we would use that.
Now, I'm also on the list. I just found out the other day I'm on the list for fiber to my house. So
that's what's
up. I made the order. Once they get it built out, I will actually get fiber 1 gig up, 1 gig down, and we will never have this problem again. But it's weird because I do have plenty of upload speed right now, which should be like 12 megs up, should be plenty. But there's a lot of distance between me and Little Rock, Arkansas. We're going to Birmingham, Alabama. We're going back out to a server somewhere and then back out across the world. So you're going to have some issues, so everybody needs to realize.
And Kevin put it in the comments for me, Speedify. Thank you, Kevin. We're going to have them on the show and actually add them to part of what we do here on the stream show, so that we can kind of mitigate some of these issues that could come up from time to time. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're going to live stream, not only do you need to have the right audio, of course, Brant joined the team. He's an SN7B boy now. You know what I'm saying? It's all over him. Like, he just looks different now, you got to have the right. I know it sounds different. So you got to have the right microphone. You got to have the right camera, the right lens, the right lights, the front lights, hair lights, what you call accent lights. All of that stuff has got to be together. But still, there could be some technical things that come up. And today, Brent, what I want to do, we have a guest, and we're going to talk to our creator community about mindset. Because that's more important, because there's so many people that talk about all the instruments and equipment that you can use, but sometimes there's still obstacles that people have to go over, and it's all about mindset, right?
Well, I know a lot of people, we follow a lot of people, and everybody is very, very, they've got all the equipment, they're practicing, they probably got more equipment than they probably need, but they still haven't, made that jump. So you've got to make the jump. You've got to choose yourself, and you just have to go. I mean, there's part of you inside to be like, you know what, Strick, call it a night. I'm freezing. I'm done. I want to look perfect. I'm not going out this way. There's a part of me that does that every time. But it's important to go live. It's important to work through the problems because, in honesty, we love everybody that's watching us. It's not going to break us. It's not going to make us or break us if we have some issues or some mistakes or some flubs, because it happens in live TV. And what I've always said, the difference between a amateur and a professional. As a professional is how you handle the problems, right? It's, are you able to, fix the gain, fix the microphone, fix the shot, change your audio levels. There's all these things, and we do it, and you go through the checklist. We do it every time. But there's something when you turned off your computer and turned it back on, something happens, or, so it's knowing how to handle yourself under pressure that changes the difference between, an amateur and a pro. So just work through your mistakes. Everybody will be gracious. I don't think anybody's ever been like, I'm not going to watch you guys anymore because Brant's got crappy video. You just got to keep moving on.
That's me. I'm not watching anymore, Brant, because you got crappy video. Hey, can we do this before we bring on our guests? Man, I got to shout some people out here. Definitely Kevin Cox is in the comments. Thank you so very much for being here today. James Hicks, you know what I'm saying? What's up, sir? Brant Collins is in the comments. Thank you, Brant Collins. And my man,
Rob
Miller. And I want to get down to him. We got a #1, Billboard artist, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with us. My one and only wife, Kim Scott Music. Steve Worthy, what's up, sir? And man, Rob Balasavas actually started with us in January, our first show. Rob was on our first 10 shows.
Right. Mm-hmm.
With his company and giving us some YouTube reviews. Man, I cannot thank him enough he actually gave us a real jump start into our community and actually building it. So thank you so very much, Rob. So all the support that you give us, we got to have you back on, Like you got to come hang out with us again.
New year, new company. We want to hear more from you, Rob.
So that being said, thank you everybody that's listening. If you are watching us today and you haven't, put a comment in to say hello. I need you to do that. Of course, we're on our YouTube channel, The Stream Show. And of course, you can see us in the Ecamm Live community. Man, we love Ecamm. We are definitely Ecammers. And for everybody that's inside of the community, we hope we are bringing you value. But we want to know that you are watching, even if it's through the replay. So if you watch the replay, just let us know, hey, I'm replay. It's fine. All right. So
I'm going to ask one thing before we go to the next guest. It's one thing that we have failed to do over the last year is that we're at 242 subscriptions. We really want to hit 1,000 as soon as possible. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, do all that good stuff, and get your friends and everybody, because really help us get to that 1,000 subscribers, because that opens up a whole new set of tools for YouTube for us, and we're really excited to hit that point. So we really need your help.
Definitely. So Rob is actually getting over there. He says he subscribed. Of course you subscribe, Rob. Why wouldn't you be, right? And so we got people saying will do. Thank you so very much, Marcus, for doing that, for going and subscribe. Definitely want to see you over at YouTube as well. That being said, Brant, we have an awesome opportunity as being professionals in this, not also knowing the production side, being able to be in front of the camera, but also the behind the scenes to be able to say, we got a good product and we think our product could represent you very well. Ecamm has come on and said, hey, we love what you guys are doing. The content can live here in our community. And also we're doing behind the stream with Ecamm. But we also have another company that says, hey, I really like what you guys are doing. Maybe we can partner together a little bit. And none other than Derrick Floyd of IK Multimedia came on and said, hey, how can IK be a part of this? And not only is he bringing wealth of knowledge about IK Multimedia's products, but he's a content creator as well. And he's had some of the biggest people in the industry on his show. Derrick actually interviewed DMC from Rum DMC just months ago.
I watched that one. I was really amazed. That was awesome.
I am blown away by him actually being able to interview one of the performers or artists in Boys to Men.
Yep, Mr. Stockton.
And this is just two people that we know of that we can just talk about that he's interviewed. I mean, he knows he's interviewed Sinbad. You know what? I'm going to let him go down the list of the great guest artists that he's had on his show, because we're so thankful that he's taking the time on a Sunday night to be right here with us on the stream show. So without further ado, I want to bring him on really quick. None other than Derrick Floyd from Ecamm Multimedia. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, what's good? What a great introduction. Like, how do I follow that up, right? Like,
Well,
what's
it's
going
true.
on,
All of
man?
it's true, man. You've had a from a content creator standpoint, your YouTube channel. I mean, you've had some of the greats come through your show, and let's
Man.
just start because I do believe sometimes, Derek, that it's easier to
Yeah.
kind of start with. This is who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I've done to kind of grab the ears of people. That being said, I know you've had Sinbad on your show.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
I've had,
John
you know
Stockton?
what? But before you make a long list, let's
Come
just
on,
say
help me
this.
out.
Let's say the purpose of my channel is to keep people uplifted, to show them how to stay encouraged and how to live inspired. That's my goal as a person. That's my goal as Beautiful Now, the channel. And I think people gravitate to that. People want to be encouraged. People want to be
Right.
uplifted. There's so much garbage coming at us, man, and it's loud. It's coming at us all the time. So people want to hear something positive. So, when I reach out to some of these people and through what I've done with Ecamm Multimedia and how I've met people, they're all like, yeah, I'll share my story because it uplifts people. So if anybody's listening out there, don't feel bad that maybe you haven't reached that superstar, you haven't told that story yet. People are waiting to hear your story. Don't worry about it. It will get found. It will get found. So
That's
go ahead, man.
awesome that you would share that. One of the things that I want people to know about you is you decided that, actually, not only are you a representative for Ecamm Multimedia, but you're a content
sir.
creator and a artist too, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We got to
Yeah,
tell the
man.
story.
Come on, man. Let's just, God has been good.
Yes,
And
sir.
I try to use my gifts in the direction to keep people positive. I am a songwriter, singer, producer, but I haven't really tapped into that space as much as I would like to in these day and age. He's got me on the content creation side. And it was probably 2.5 years ago where I just felt like, okay, I have a voice to say something that hadn't been being said. And God was like, okay, just go to this video. All I heard was go video. And I'm like,
Right.
man, I'm not going to try to get out here and create no video content. I don't know nothing about it. But I just, pulled up my phone, man. And all you creators out there, all you need is a phone and a message. Don't act like you got to have all this stuff. Because if your message is real, people will find it. Help me out, DJ Strick. If your message is real, people will find it. So
I
I started
love
with a
it.
phone and a message. And it grew. And now I'm at 2,000 subscribers, which who knew
Awesome.
I'd get that far?
Awesome.
And
That's awesome.
man, people are here. So thank you guys out there for listening. DJ Strick, Brant. I heard James Hicks was in the building. Yes, sir. One of my boys. Steve Worthy in the building. Yes.
Hey,
JP
Steve
High-Tech,
Worthy
yes.
actually says that
Come
Derek's
on.
such a great dude, which you are a great guy. And it's something
man.
about our community, and I have to say this, and Brant can concur with this. Like, we know a lot of great content creators that are just good people.
Yes,
That
sir.
are willing to
Yes, sir.
help with their time to be interviewed.
Yes.
And also behind the
Yes.
scenes. Like, Derek, we've had conversations, behind the scenes, similar to what we're going to talk about today. But
Yeah.
it's not all about, what you stream. Sometimes there's a brotherhood that you can actually make inside of the
Yes.
streaming
Yes.
content creator world that I think is bigger than what we're doing
Yeah.
right now.
I think it's amazing how the content creator world comes together to help. And it's not a black thing or a white thing or this thing or that thing. It's if you're a creator, I got you. Let's help you go forward. Let's help you see your thing come to pass. And everybody just comes together and pulls resources, man. It's a beautiful thing in the content creator world. I love it.
Man, that's awesome. Now, Brant, do you remember actually like the first piece of equipment that we've got from Derrick?
Oh, let's see. I do. I think I've got the pre-rigged to hook an XLR microphone
pre,
into a phone,
Yeah.
and that was a real big help. But I also have to give a big shout out to Derrick because he also sent me a MIDI device for my daughter to get kind of connected to her computer and stuff to
Yes,
play,
sir.
learn how to play the piano and do all that stuff. And also have these great, and I hadn't really, because we use our headphones a lot, so we don't have echoes and stuff. I hadn't really got to try them, but I've been rebuilding the set here, and I've been using my iLoud speakers, and those things are amazing. So
Micro monitors are a beast, yo.
oh man, they fill the whole room. If you really want to just put on a playlist and get to work, look at these micro speakers, because they don't look big, but they're heavy. I mean, because you can tell they've got big magnets and big, they're hefty, but man, they sound so clean.
And the iLoud micro monitors are precision smaller monitors. So when you go to a studio and you see these big monitors, you're looking for this big sound. But if you want a nice pair of reference monitors that give you a precision, clean sound, not too bassy, not too trebly, but give you a nice, accurate representation of what you're hearing, micros are the way to go. And they come in so full, they fill the room, like you said. So they're pretty amazing.
That's awesome. I actually got the iRig 2 streaming.
Yes,
so
sir.
It came with the microphone.
You got it right there, don't you?
I have a lot of different microphones, but I want to say this. I really like the fact that this is the first one that I had that, of course, have all of the levels on it that you could change. So it's the iRig mic, and of course it has the plugins at the back for your headphones and also USB. So it's a microphone and an interface in one. And using this particular mic with the options that you can get just kind of blew my mind. I use it a lot for when I'm streaming Zoom calls and Microsoft Teams. I use this microphone right here, and I really, really like it, along with the stand and the, what do you call it, the ring light.
Yeah, the ring light. Yeah, yeah.
So I
we sent
definitely
you the iRig Video Creator Runner, which was awesome. Yeah,
I absolutely love it. Use it the whole nine, and can really appreciate having a content creator that is also a part of IK Multimedia to support what we are doing. That being said,
yes, sir.
The show today, which we have people all over, I want to shout out Credit Dave for hanging out with us today. He's on our YouTube. JP High Tech again, Rob, and there's a couple other people that are on in the community that are watching, and I appreciate you guys watching there. That being said, if you are a new creator, you're a creator that's just getting started, you got your Ecamm going, you got all of your equipment, and now you're ready to stream and you want to stream live, we're going to help you out. Now, Derrick, I want you, because I know you have your 2-minute motivation that you do, that you put out there on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Describe why you started to do that 2-minute motivation for yourself and with your content that you're creating.
Well, like I said in the beginning, I felt like God wanted me to have a message to keep people uplifted and encouraged and inspired. And I felt like when I looked for something to inspire me, I didn't need it to be super long. I just needed something to kind of kickstart my day, give me 2 or 3 minutes max that I can get the information, digest that, and move forward and go on with my day. So I thought, well, I get these little nuggets of wisdom, and let me see if I can condense it into like 2 minutes, and I call them life hacks. So my thing is, if I can give you a hack to make your life beautiful in 2 minutes, I'm going to give it a shot. So I started creating these 2-minute little life hacks, and people just started to gravitate to it. And I put them out on Mondays. I actually hadn't put out any in a couple of weeks because of the holidays and took some time off. But the first one comes back in tomorrow, so be looking tomorrow at the Beautiful Now project. The first life hack comes back out. But just taking a minute to encourage you every morning, to give you something to go, okay, every Monday morning I'm going to get something to kind of put my head together, get me in the right direction for the week. That's why I started.
So, question for you. We have a new creator. This is who we're talking to today. What should be their main focus as they get started in content creating?
I've heard this multiple times, and I think the more I think about it, it's mostly true for me too. Have your message be narrow, narrow your focus, and have your message be true. Because I think sometimes people try to come out with something and try to copy what everybody else is doing, but be authentic, be true you. Whatever you are, you bring that to the table. Because there's so many content creators out there, man. There's so many people doing this thing. So if you're trying to copy somebody else, they're already out there. Why do you want to do that?
Right.
You bring you, and you narrow down who you think you're talking to. Narrow your niche, as Diana used to say. Come on, Diana, glad you mad props to my girl, Diana.
That's what's up.
She always says narrow your niche. Figure out who you're speaking to before you jump on the other end. Before you put up your camera on a tripod, figure out who you're speaking to. Because if you don't, you're just speaking to yourself. Somebody say
Right.
amen. If you just
That's right.
if you don't
That's
figure out who
right.
you're speaking to, you're talking to yourself, and that's all it's gonna be good, you know.
So Steve Worthy just put in narrow your focus, and I gotta say, welcome to Mr. Camera Junkie for hanging out with us today as well.
Yes,
Thanks
so
for coming
Lewis,
through.
camera junkie, what's up? Good.
Yeah. We have the gang with us today.
Yeah, man.
It is
Speaking of-
important. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of this, we got 17 people watching right now. How important is it to build a community around your content, Derrick?
Oh man, that's the biggest thing of all. You know, I mean, putting out content is one thing, but having the engagement and building that community that rides along with you, that you build content for them, not for yourself. That you reach out, you connect, you reply back, you respond. You know, you can put a video up, and if you're not saying, hey, make sure you put some comments in the below, then you're losing the opportunity to connect with that person. Right. If you're not going out Facebook, IG, all that stuff and saying, hey, come back to the channel, please reply, please engage, you're missing that opportunity to grow the community. And the community will follow you wherever you go. You know what I mean? If you don't have a community that believes in what you're doing, then, like I said, you're just making it for yourself, and that's just kind of a pointless thing. But if you have a community that says, hey, I believe in what you're doing, I believe in your cause, then you have to people that support you, like on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. These places where you can actually start receiving some revenue for what you're doing. That's not only the reason you do it, but there's a space for that when your community follows you and they say, hey, I support what you're doing.
But isn't that also how you've been able to get some of the great guests that you've had? Not in the sense of there's a community that's on Facebook, but you have a community of people that you deal with through Ecamm Multimedia, that you've built a relationship with those folks, so that when you say, hey, can I have some of your time and share it with my audience, they're willing to say yes. How would you tell people about how you built your community enough with these celebrities, you know what I'm saying, to be on your show? Now, am I right in thinking that you had Brian Culberson on your show? Is that right?
I did.
Come on.
I have had some great people on my show. I could only list a bunch, but Brian Culberson, John P. Key, Claude McKnight from Take Six, like you said, DMC, Fred Hammond. I mean, the list could go on and on of people that you probably go, oh yeah, I've had that guy. I think it's not about them going, oh, I need to bring my star power, or I want to make sure they see me. I think it's when you can add value to that person.
Come on.
And add value to when you're saying, hey, Brian, I want to share your story because I feel like people will really receive that, and I want to bring value to what you're doing. How can I help? How can I assist? You've got a tour coming. You got something going on. How can I help promote that? It's not just, hey, give me something. It's more like, hey, how can I add to what you're doing? And people really respond to that. And they share and everybody wants to share their story. Believe it or not, the biggest stars and the people on the lowest totem pole all have a story. And if you say, hey, I want to share your story with someone else so that they can move forward, they can be positive, they can be encouraged, people are often willing to do that. So
I like it. So one of the things that Brant and I are doing right now is, we're building this next season, and we're working hard as a team to actually go after some people that can bring value to our community. And it's not the easiest thing in the world, especially when sometimes as a new creator, you would think, well, who's going to be on my show? I really don't have that many subscribers. How do you get over what you have to offer them if you don't have a subscriber list or a YouTube channel with tons of subscribers, and you don't want to feel like you're wasting someone's time, but you want to grow at the same time? That's
a hard call. That's not a pull the lever and it works this way every time moment. I've been blessed to be able to work with Ecamm Multimedia, the logo behind me, so I can call certain people and say, hey, I have something to give you to start the relationship, or something that'll work toward what you're doing to get the relationship to begin. But if it's not that, then it becomes, hey, shoot an email, make a phone call, continue to pursue in a pleasant way. Don't be overbearing. Don't be like, I'm calling these guys every day. But saying, hey, man, you know what? I am a new creator, and I'm looking to begin my process, my journey here. and it would really mean a lot to me if you could donate your. That I've said this multiple times. If you could donate your time, a lot of these people like a Brian Culbertson who's super busy, or a Claude McKnight or somebody, they're ridiculously busy. So their time is money, right?
Right.
So if you ask somebody for a donation of money, you know what you're asking for. You're saying, "Will you please donate your money to this cause?" It's just the same principle when I'm saying, "Will you donate your time?" And I say, we really appreciate that. This is who this is gonna help. This is what this is gonna mean for us. And a lot of times people will go, "Yeah, okay," because they know that this isn't something huge for them, but they're willing to be, that's what I'm looking for, charitable with their time.
Right.
So, and it's all in how you approach it when you write that email, when you make that phone call. If you're kind of overbearing and I know you're going to be doing this for me, people don't want to hear that. But if you're kind, you're considerate, and like Steve Worthy said, if you're just true and you're you, I think the door's open.
One thing I found too is make it as easy for them as possible. They are busy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask them to fill out a form. Just,
Yeah.
whatever.
that.
What do you need? We're working on some really big guests, and that one big guest said, "Sure, I would love to be on. Here's my assistant." So now I'm working with the assistant to make that work, but I'm not asking them to fill out a form, or I'm just being very humble and being like, what can I do to make it easy on you?
Yeah.
So
You said it perfect, Brant. It's like you got to be extremely prepared. Like every guest I ever have, I always tell them, well, here's the questions I'm going to ask you. Here's how long it's going to take. This is what I'm going to, you got to give them 100% of what's going to happen. So, and then you keep your word. If it's 30 minutes, you better cut it off in 30 minutes and be out of there. If this time, don't be late. All those things matter when you got a guest like that, right, Brant?
I want to give you one really good tip so everybody can listen really, really close. Write this down. Get out your notebook. Just ask. All they can say is no.
Yeah.
Some of the people that I've been able to get for this or for other projects, it was just an ask. Like, hey, like you said, it's not super formal. It's not super pressured. Be like, we have some friends in common, I noticed, and I do this and would love to have you on, no pressure. And the person that we're going to get on is probably taking me a year, and I've sat on it for 6 months before I did the ask because I didn't want to be pushy, So you do have to slow your roll a little bit, but don't be afraid to ask anybody,
I love
And
it.
let me throw this out there to you, Brent. You have to steward your relationships.
Right.
Somebody amen that.
Well.
Because when your relationships are well and you steward them well and you say, hey, I know that you know so-and-so, somebody always knows somebody always knows somebody. Somebody amen that. Because it's like, once you crack one, it's like that person knows somebody that knows somebody. But as long as you treat people and you steward that relationship properly, then the person will go, oh, he was good with me. He was okay. You can go ahead and call him back. But don't let you blow one or you burn somebody or you're late or you're unprofessional. Time out. You are completely done. Somebody help me out.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Because you really only get one time with these people. Like if
One
they're
shot.
giving you that, you really only have one.
And
You get one shot.
It's terrible to, sometimes you have great relationships with people, like great relationships with people. And, but you don't want to be that guy that keeps asking for something for free. I know, we say it's money, it's not really, but it's their time. And I always tell people this. Time is one thing people cannot get back. So if you have a high productive person, celebrity that understands they get paid because of their time, all right? So actually streaming, to be honest with you, streaming is another form of revenue for them down the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know a lot of celebrities, they get paid to just go to a club. All right, the name's on the flyer. So and so is going to be in the club. They're paid to be there, and all they have to do is show up. So if you are streaming and you have somebody on, the celebrity is on your stream, please know that they're giving you something they normally get paid for.
Yes, sir.
True.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
you want to
Yes,
do
sir.
all you can to make it worth their while, even if you have a small channel. And sometimes it's family members. A lot of us are streaming, and we got family members that are celebrities or very well known. If you have that, regardless of the relationship, try to steward just like Derrick has said, steward it well. If you learn these good habits on the front end, you won't have to relearn them, right? Right, Brant? We will have to
Amen.
relearn
Somebody
them.
amen on a Sunday.
Yeah.
One thing I used to work for when I had my own ad agency, we worked for a hotel here. It's a private, well, not a private. It was a high-end historic hotel. And anybody that came into town, whether they were a band or a musician, actor, politician, presidents. I mean, I've met so many people, they stayed at this hotel. But the rule was you couldn't, you weren't taking pictures, you weren't acting goofy. That was it. So I had one of the best kind of things I've ever talked about is I had about a 20-minute one-on-one with Dave Chappelle.
Nice.
I didn't ask for his autograph. I didn't ask for his picture. I didn't do a selfie. I just spoke to the man. It's something that I have private to me that I can go look back on and go, that was a really awesome insight. I've met presidents and heads of state, so
that's cool.
Rolling with that kind of, mentality, not like, oh my God, look, I got Derrick Floyd. Oh my God, look, he's on our feed. You gotta just kind of don't be a fanboy. Just kind of chill and treat those people like normal people. Treat them normal, and they'll respect you. But I also will say you have something that they don't. Everybody's trying to learn how to live stream. Everybody's trying to get in the YouTube game, and they want to see how it works. So if you have a good production, you've got all your, you look professional. You've got, some systems in place like a Q&A or a list. These are the things. This is how it's going to run. This is how we're going to go. Then these people want to figure it out too. So, I think Strick, you've had a couple of guests that were like on the back end going, man, I need to think about live streaming.
Right.
And so that opens a whole nother opportunity for some consulting and some other things. But, everybody's wanting to get into this game. So jump now and just put your best foot forward.
So let me do
I love what you said about reminding them about the content, Brant. You said, everybody wants to do the live streaming. A lot of the guests that I've had, one of the first things I would say would be, hey, this content will live on for you so you can use it for your own purposes.
That's right.
Right.
Because the questions they already know they're going to ask, so they already know what they're going to say, and they can be part of that process and use that interview for their own purposes. And a lot of them do, right?
And you win
because
in that case as well. If
every
they share
marketing, right? Every marketing director out there has been hit up by their boss to say, I need more content. So if you find that person and go, look, give me the interview, I'll cut it up for you. You need 5 minutes, you need 3 minutes. What do you want?
Yep.
I will get it to you.
Yep.
It's on a Dropbox folder. You can share that because not only are you helping them, but you're helping yourself.
That's right.
Because they're going to share it to their fan base or their email subscription. It's all about content. Everybody's trying to produce it. Nobody has enough staff. So if you're a content creator out there and you can create some content for people, and we've done that for a sponsor. I just point blank asked the person, what do you need? What can I provide for you? And they said, I really need some 5-minute videos to share on Facebook. Guess what? That's what they got. So, sometimes you just have to figure out, what do you need and what can I do for you to help me get this interview?
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. I have Kevin in the comments. He's saying this advice applies to life, not just show or streaming. So, Kevin, you are so right about that. Stewarding relationships go a long way, even in real life and not just streaming. So, and there's nothing like getting a bunch of guys giving a little wisdom out of life to help you with your streaming because it does go hand in hand. That being said, we want to continue to help you. And one of the ways that we're going to help you in just a second is with the question of how can IK Multimedia help new streamers? So we're going to get that in just a second right here on the Stream Show. All right, here we go, guys. Listen, I appreciate IK Multimedia and what they're doing for the streaming community. More importantly, Derrick, you've been a voice to teaching everyone the equipment that's out there that they can actually purchase through IK Multimedia to level up their live stream. And I want to see if you can help. We got new people that are coming on, and we always tell them, like Brant and I, this is one of the things that we say all the time, is you want to focus on your audio first. How can we start there?
Well, man, I got 3 devices that I'm going to show you today, and I forgot to turn my autofocus when I do the hand thing. It does the thing, but I'm going to pro them anyway just so you can see it up front, because these 3 particular interfaces are specifically built for the streamer, and they have the title in it, Stream. So let's just take a quick look at something called iRig Stream. This is a small cylinder device that has a left and right RCA, and it plugs into the analog side of your mobile device. So, and Mac, iPhone, iPad, or your Android. So what it's going to do is let you plug in that mixer or that small DJ rig, whatever you're trying to bring the sound into your mobile device. This is going to be a device for it. It's got something called loop back too, where you can actually hear the music back or hear the sound back while you're talking over that sound. So like if you were sending sound in, but you wanted to hear your voice or something, you could hear that back inside of it with loopback. And it's actually got your recording level and your stream level on the device itself. Super easy device. It's only $49. So anybody that's trying to just plug in their sound to get sound into their phone, this is the device. It's super easy. You don't have to figure anything out. You just plug it in, put the batteries in the back, put your left and right RCAs, and boom, you're getting sound in. Those are about as easy as you can get, right? I mean, that's as easy. What do you think, DJ?
I do like that, and you're right. It is
iRig
simple.
Stream Solo.
Stream Solo. iRig Stream Solo. And
Stream
that being
Solo.
said, we had a winner from the last show that we did. So I want to shout out Kathy Walker. She actually said, hey, Strick, I want that iRig Stream show Solo. So it is yours, Kathy. So we're going to get Kathy's information and email address to you, Derrick, so you can send it out to her. So big shouts out to Kathy Walker, our principal.
Big shout out to Kathy.
Yes, sir.
You're going to love it, Kathy. Super easy. Just plug it in and plug your sound in. Nothing crazy. Super easy.
One thing I want to tell everybody, as a producer or a filmmaker and live streamer, I've done a lot of stuff. So when you hit the road, you're going to a client. One thing I've realized, if you take a lot of these devices from IK Multimedia and you keep them in your backpack or your bag, like say if you're a church streamer, there's always an issue, right? Somebody goes, well, I really need to get my iPad. I'm going to do my presentation.
Right.
For $50, you can buy 3 or 4 of these different devices for IK Multimedia, and it's just like this magic bag of tricks. Like, I got you. We can put it up.
Wait a minute. This is for Pastor right here. Pastor always like, I want to stream my thing. Just plug this into his phone and give me the feed off the mixing board where he's talking, and he's streaming. That's all Pastor needs is one of these.
I like
that. That's it. Now, we can go from $49 to the next level up, which is the standard iRig Stream. That was Stream Solo. This is the original iRig Stream. It doesn't have that little cable on it because this one plugs in through your Lightning port or a USB port. This one can actually go into your Mac or your PC and your mobile device. So the first one was only mobile, but this one does all of them. Same connection, left and right RCA, but you can plug into everything that you own, basically. So wherever you're at, if you got your computer, plug this one in. If you got your phone, plug this one in. And this one has a little dial on the front and a little light. And this is when you can see the signal coming in. Like if you're at the mixing board and it's dark, a lot of times the mixing board is dark, you can see the signal coming in if it's hot or cold, and lets you turn that signal up left and right, which is pretty nice to have as well. And the loop back functions on this one too. And you can mono or stereo this one. Now, mono or stereo, you think, why do I need to mono something? Well, a lot of the social media apps like a Clubhouse and things like that only accept a mono signal. So you can't bring it in full-blown digital. It won't see it. So you can hit the mono on this device and it'll send it to some of your favorite digital apps like Clubhouse, stuff like that. What do you think, Strick?
Oh, I have that one as well. So there you go.
Yes.
Good stuff. I love it. All this stuff is very usable for people. And as you're getting started, and before you say, hey, I want to break the bank on some great big, Rodecaster Pro or something, hey, these things can get you started really, really quick. I like the fact that IK Multimedia is actually doing some of what we call entry-level devices to get you started, and it's extremely mobile for you. So good stuff.
Yes. So this will probably be your intermediate guy. The first one will probably be your beginner guy just starting out. This is your intermediate guy. And again, you still, and by the way, I didn't even mention, you can plug this one into the wall. So if you plug the AC cable in, it'll keep your phone charged while you're using it, because sometimes your phone run out. It's nice to have that feature as well. So intermediate 24-bit into the computer, that's iRig Stream. The last one I'll show you today, and all of them are called iRig Stream, remember that. So you can't forget the name, y'all. If you want to be a streamer, just look for iRig Stream. You had Stream Solo, iRig Stream, the standard version, and then you have Stream Pro. Now, Stream Pro goes and makes it a 4-in, 2-out device. You can get 4 different inputs on this same device. You've got an XLR connection, so you can plug in that SM7B, Brant. You got it?
There
right
you
here.
go.
Right here. And you can do left and right RCA, so you can bring in a mixer of some sort, or your DJ deck, whatever you're coming from. But you also have another input on the right side, which is this headphone joint microphone input. Have you ever seen those headset mics where you plug it in the headset mic and you can plug it and it's an in and an out? You can plug one of those into here, so that gives you another input. And you can mix them all with the little connections on the side of the device. So you don't even need a mixer. It's 4 channels you can mix all on its own, and then mix it into a stereo input to go into your computer or your iPhone, your iPad, iPod Touch, whatever you have. And you can mix it all together with headphone output. So all right there, you can charge it, plug it into the wall. This is the $199, baby. So you go from $49 to $99 to $199. And this is for the guy that's probably at the professional level. He definitely wants that XLR. He wants the phantom power. He wants to have the great mixer on the side. He wants to be able to bring everything in one place and not carry a Rodecaster. The Rodecaster is amazing, but it's bulky. If I don't want to travel with it, I can travel with this and still get 4 inputs in one shot for a small device. What do you think, Strick?
Love that one as well. I'm thinking
If you're a gamer,
here.
if you're a gamer, right there, I see that.
Yeah, man. If you're a gamer, Twitch,
everything you need right there. Yep. And think about this. I know we've been 2 years now in the pandemic, but I started a lot of this thinking about how could I go to CES, or how could I go to, these big conferences and still do what I do. And this is the kind of gear that you would take with you. So if you want to be a mobile producer, if you want to go do, I think every community needs that local guy that runs around. I have a guy here that does it. He live streams. He uses I forget what he uses, a different device, but he uses a Slingcast. That's what he uses. But he's covering every event, every concert, every thing around town. And and he's made a business of that. So I think every town could be doing that. And this gear from Ecamm Multimedia, all you need is your phone, and you could be the local reporter, you could be the local host, you could be the local, man or woman on the scene. So I mean, these things are amazing.
The best content is the content you catch.
Right? Yep, that's true.
If you're out somewhere and you don't have your gear, you miss the opportunity to record that content. So if you've got one of these in your pocket,
put it on your backpack. iPhone, iPad, 3 or 4 of these devices, you can do whatever you need to do.
Hey, listen.
And these iPhones and these phones now have some of the most amazing cameras ever, right, y'all?
That's true.
Theyese cameras are no joke. They're no joke.
Catch a lot of stuff. So I want to say this. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, right? You can't be in the city of Birmingham and not see something crazy go on downtown. I'm not saying like weird, but there's going to be something. I was coming out of a graduation party downtown Birmingham, and this guy was lit up from head to toe on skates riding through downtown. I mean, he looked like a Christmas tree. And I did get it on my phone. I haven't shared it, but I did pull my phone out and get it. You just never know where you can grab a great piece of content. And with some of these items that you've shared today, I think, someone can find a place that they can be. There's tons of things out there that are, interfaces that you could use. I like some of the things that you've shown. It really does help us. And of course, if nothing else, my favorite, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if it was on your list to talk about tonight, but the iRig mic, I absolutely love it, man. Can you talk about that a little bit for me? I mean, I know that I like it. It's just like anything else. If you say, hey, I work with this company and I like it, why do you like it? I like the use of this microphone. You don't need to interface with this,
That's it. That's it. I think what we tried to do was give you a one-stop shop. We wanted to give you a great capsule that will capture your voice well. We wanted to give you a stand so you can set it up and be able to have that architecture to be able to speak whatever you're doing in front of, whether it be on a mic stand or a tabletop. And then having that output so you could hear back and not have to add another piece of equipment. We understand that streamers that are starting out may not have $500,000 to start buying a bunch of gear, but they do want to hear properly. And we all know, like you and I were talking when we first started out, I had to put headphones in because if you would put my headphones on, you would have heard talkback. You would have heard that echo. We realized that, so we made all of our devices in and out like the microphone, so you could be talking in and then put your headset in and be able to hear that without it echoing all over the place. So, we understand that streamers still need to get quality sound, but it doesn't have to cost $1,000. It can cost $100. So that's how we started those devices.
That's awesome.
And it doesn't have to be a show like this. It could be maybe you're covering the local school board meeting. Maybe you're covering you're live streaming weddings for couples that, for family that can't get there, So there's all kinds of things that you could use this technology for. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm going to try to make a buck everywhere I can. And so this stuff, whether you're covering like Jill's, who does all the hockey games, or you want to do your local baseball, basketball, I mean, there are people needing these services. And with your iPhone, this microphone, that's it. That's what you need to get started. Make a little cash, upgrade a little equipment, just keep getting better and better. But guarantee if you say, I can do it, and it'll sound good and it'll look good, you'll start getting the work.
And I'll bet you money, even when you get more money and you can buy more gear, you'll still use this stuff, especially when you're mobile, if you're traveling. You'll keep this in your bag all the time. True.
So
I use an SM7B right now, but I keep that mic in my duffel all the time because I never know when I'm going to need it, right?
Gotcha. Right. So answer me this question. Someone is hearing us talk about these products. How can they actually purchase them?
Well, we're setting up some great affiliate programs with the stream show, so eventually here you'll be able to get it rocking right here for a discount. But if you want to get those products right now, you can go to icammultimedia.com. And did we set up the discount code already? I thought we were looking to do that.
We were looking to do it. Hasn't set up the discount code. Guys, please wait on us. We want to be sure to get the best benefit possible.
I tell you what, why don't you put it in the chat right now if you're interested in one of the products you saw today, and I know DJ Strick and Brant will get you that discount code so that you can get a discount just for being here on the stream show. We want to make sure you get this stuff at a great quality price, but we want to make sure your loyalty is honored by being here at the stream show. We appreciate you being here, so we're going to get you taken care of on that.
Thank you so very much for saying that, and I want to thank Ecamm Multimedia for being a part of the stream show. Guys, I really like what I do, basically because we're able to help people. And that being said, I know another person that really likes to help people, and his name is Bishop Donald Oliver. That's in the comments. He's watching over on Ecamm Live Community. Shouts out to you,
What's
sir.
Good, Bishop?
We still have people over there. Marcus is still hanging out with us. I think he wants that code. We want to be sure we get that code out, and we got
We'll get that code for you this week. We'll get it. We'll get it.
That are watching us. I have one watching from Sweden tonight.
I saw that,
Live Community. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us, man. This is so very cool that we get a chance to do this and do it with you guys. So thank you, because the support that we get from Ecamm is phenomenal. And all of you, the reason why we do it, Brandon and I started with saying we want to help streamers succeed. And Derrick, your role in being a part of what we're doing here is also appreciated, because I think you have the same mission that you want to help people.
Yes.
And your company has products that can help people level up their lives and be better streamers. So thank you so very much for that.
Thank you for having me, man. We appreciate supporting what you do. We believe in the vision. We believe in what you're doing. And we'll continue to be here as you continue to grow with the stream show.
I got it. Brant, we got some work to do. We got to get the affiliate code and the discount code for Ecamm Multimedia.
Yes, sir.
So we can help these people out on these discounts.
We will get it to them.
Yes, sir.
In the
I
meantime,
will
I'm gonna be
personally make
using my
sure you get
microphone
it by
to
tomorrow.
sing with.
There you go.
Thank you, Derrick.
By tomorrow, you will have it.
I love it. Y'all heard that, so it'll be our job.
You heard
to
it
be
here
sure
first.
to get it back out to you. And Chris, I see my man Chris hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for coming through. Brant, we have a lot of people on tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to write in the comments our website real quick, thestreamshow.live. We do have a sign-up sheet there for the email address, so if you could sign up there, then when we do get the code, we'll email everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, let me.
So the
type
button
this in
that we
real quick.
have on our website, thestreamshow.live, you're able to be a guest on the show. We are still doing the behind the stream. So if you want to be a part of the stream show, we didn't have one tonight, but we will have one next week. I want you on. So Steve Worthy, shouts out to you, man. Shouts out to Melvin
yes.
Miller. These are guys that we're going to have on to do behind the streams with. I know we're going to line them up.
Yes.
We've been working on some scheduling. We're going to get you guys on the stream show. So hold on. And if you're there and you say, hey, I got a great setup. I want to be on the stream show too. I want people to see my behind the stream. We want to have you on. All right. So we're going to do as many of these shows as we can to showcase the behind the stream of what your production look like, especially if you're Ecamm. We want to see how you're uniquely using Ecamm in your streams, your light setup, your microphone, what computer, what Mac you're using, all of that. We want to be able to see that. So go to Brant's he's putting it in the comments, but please go to the stream show. Live. It's really that simple.
It's that easy. Hey, one of the things I want to tell everybody, there's a couple of things that I watched somebody, I can't remember who spoke about it the other day, but one of the things is, Strick and I have been talking about this a lot. We came from broadcast, right? And we were used to projecting out and talking out. And if I'd had this technology when I was producing live talk shows, it would have been totally different. So somebody mentioned the other day is the difference between today and the past is we're breaking that fourth wall. So if you've seen Deadpool, that's a good example of speaking to the camera. So use this technology because you can engage with your viewers. You can ask questions, do polls, get feedback, bring people up live, get the fans up. That's one thing that the regular media can't do, and you're not going to be a guest on the local newscast, but you can be a guest. And so always remember that this medium is just a little different, and you have to approach it a little different.
That's right. That's right. And approaching it a little different, you're able to do some things right on time. Kathy Walker has actually came in and said, hey, stream guys. Kathy, we've already shouted your name out. You are a winner of one of IK Multimedia's packages. I think you actually got the iRig Stream Solo. So I need you to inbox me your email address so we can make sure Derrick has your email address and could get your address and send it out to you. So congratulations, Miss Kathy.
Yes.
I mean, why not have a show where you're giving stuff away, right? And we also have the iRig mic is going to James Riley. So congratulations to James Riley. He's not on tonight. I hope he could be here. So shouts out to you. I'm going to get his email address, and Derrick, I'll make sure you have all of the information for the winners that you can communicate to them and send it out. We are still helping streamers succeed.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So let me do this. Derrick, if you'll hold just 1 second, as me and hold what you got just 1 second. Let me and Brant wrap this up really quick. Brant, man, what an awesome show. What an awesome guest, right?
Year 2. Awesome guest as always, but we're coming in on year 2. We've been doing this. We took a break over the holidays, which we all needed, but we're back at it.
So be on the lookout Sunday nights, Ecamm Live community, and on the Stream Show YouTube channel. I'm trying to get that out. You guys can see us every Sunday night. That's Central Standard Time for everybody. So that's Central Standard Time we're on. And by having people all over the world watch us, they have to kind of set their calendar right for this.
Right. I get confused. Because of Ecamm, I've got my iPhone. I'm going to show this real quick. The good hack that you can do is I've got all these different cities set on my phone for time because we've got connections in Europe, Australia, Singapore. I mean, we've had guests and people watching from all over. So that's one of the things that really is fascinating to me about this medium is we're worldwide, and you got to jump all these different time zones.
You sure do. You sure do. And I don't want to talk about next week, like guest wise, but we have another show coming up, Brant. We don't want the people to miss out on it. Please go to thestreamshow.live if you would like to be a guest. And if you haven't already, can we say it again? Please subscribe.
Yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I see here in the Facebook, I got a Dallas said, I see that I had given up gaming. I'm actually not giving up gaming. I've actually got a Quest 2, and I've been practicing on how to stream live with the virtual reality headset. So go over to my personal YouTube channel. I'll start doing some more gaming over there.
That's what's up. Check out Brant Collins and his YouTube channel, and Strick City is my YouTube channel. And then, of course, together we have the Stream Show, and we are helping streamers succeed. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you next Sunday.